guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my tips and tricks for sunless tanning. Now I have been doing sunless tanner for years and years and years, and I started doing it after one of those dreaded trips to the dermatologist where she pointed her finger and said, "You did tanning beds, didn't you? And you laid out at the pool, didn't you?" And I said, "Yes, why?" And she proceeded to remove spots from my skin. So that set me on the path to sunless tanner. I'm a great believer in it. Now I try to keep my time out in the sun to a minimum. But the thing with sunless tanning is you don't want to have to do it multiple times a week. You don't want to have to spend tons of money on the sunless tanner, that dreaded smell, all of that. So I have kind of been through the whole gamut of tons of different products, different processes, and feel like I've refined it down to a process that really has worked well for me over the last 2 to 3 years. And the best part is it uses a drugstore tanner, and it only requires that you tan once a week. So I just did tanner yesterday, and I am like to my full tan. I'm very comfortable in this color. So I like a pretty deep bronze. Now for me this is deep because my natural skin tone is super pale. There is nothing wrong with super pale skin. If you embrace your pale skin, wonderful. I just feel much more comfortable when I'm wearing sleeveless or shorts or skirts or whatever that I have some color on my skin. So all that said, let's get started. I'm going to share my tips and tricks to get a sunless tan, a dark sunless tan using a drugstore tanner in one day. So the first step that you hear almost everybody talk about with your sunless tanning routine is the importance of exfoliating the skin, and it is so super important to do that. You want as much of your dead skin off. I know that sounds gross, but you want as much of your dead skin off before you apply your sunless tanner. That's going to help it go on much more evenly and stay on longer. So here's the process that I do. One day a week, just pick the day of the week that works the best for you. I pick a Friday. First thing in the morning, I shower. While I'm showering, with my body wash, I use, this is a bath fluff, but this is the exfoliating one. So there are 2 different kinds you can buy at Walmart or Target. This is a little more rough. So when I wash my body, I will first use this with some body wash and really scrub my skin down. Then I will get out the razor, shave my legs. After shaving, then I go in with a body scrub. Now this has been my go-to for the last 2 summers. I love it. This is the Soap & Glory Smoothie Star Breakfast Scrub. Not only does it have great exfoliating abilities, it's a nice paste, all of the exfoliants stay together well, but it smells amazing. Let's see. Has bananas, almond, and honey extracts, and then it has a great maple scent is what it says. So it's super sweet, it smells delicious, and it really exfoliates really well. So then after I get out of the shower, of course, towel dry, use that towel to again exfoliate. So it's kind of like you're doing about 4 different steps of exfoliating. So then after the shower, after drying off, I use a lightweight moisturizer. Now, every sunless tanner that I've ever used, they always say go right on your clean bare skin. This step I think helps your skin actually absorb it a little better. So this has been my favorite again for the last probably 3 summers. This is the St. Ives Fresh Hydration Lotion, and this is the coconut milk and orchid extract. So the lights are kind of washing it out. But this is a spray-on moisturizer. It's super lightweight. So even if you don't have this one, you just want a very lightweight moisturizer. You don't want a thick cream or anything like that. Spray this on, rub it in, and let it sit on your skin for maybe a minute or 2. Then it's time to apply your sunless tanner. So my favorite, I did a whole blog post review on this tanner, and I will link that in the description box below. But it is the Jergen's Natural Glow Instant Sun. I get it in the deep bronze, and even though I am super light pale skin normally, I like the deep bronze, and I don't feel like it colors my skin in a weird way or anything. It's a great natural looking color. It doesn't make my skin look orange, and yet it's not too green based. Normally I do like a green based tanner, but some can kind of make your skin look a little strange. This is not green based, but it also does not make your skin look orange. So what I will do is I will take this, and what I think is essential is a tanning mitt. You can get these for $6 to $6.50 at Ulta, Sephora. I've even seen them randomly sometimes at Walmart. All different brands carry them, and I didn't think this would make a big difference, but it keeps your hands from getting sunless tanner on them, because we want it here, we don't want it here, and it just makes it go on a lot smoother. So what I will do is take this, apply a couple pumps. Another reason why I like this, it's a foam and it has a pump, so you can keep track of exactly how much you're applying to each arm, leg, etc. So I will do like 3 pumps for neck area, 3 pumps per arm, 4 pumps per leg. So it allows you to keep it really consistent. Apply this, rub it in all areas. Then I will take, this was a body brush that came with a Bare Minerals faux tan years and years ago, but it's a synthetic bristle, very dense. I will take this, and over the areas around my toes, the edge of my feet, I will just take this dry with no product and just gently buff it around the edges. I'll also do that sometimes on my hands, and that just kind of makes sure that any excess tan in those areas kind of gets really buffed in. You know, you want to make sure that on your feet and your hands, your elbows and your knees, that you go very lightly over those areas. I'm sure you've already heard that from a gazillion people, so I won't go into that too much detail. But what I do when I'm all done, after I've used that brush, then I'll take a wet washcloth and I will wipe off my elbows, and just because that's one area that really, for whatever reason, grabs tons of tan. So after I've applied all of that, this says it dries in 60 seconds. It does, it's pretty fast drying, but I would say if you can put on like a swimsuit cover or something very loose, loose fitting clothing for at least like 20 minutes. So wait as long as you can to get dressed. And when you dress for the day, wear something that is not going to rub on the edges of your tan. So if you're wearing a short sleeve shirt, just make sure it's not like too tight, because if you have a line there, it's gonna that's rubbing. It's going to rub that tan all day, and you'll have a line. We don't want a farmer's tan with our sunless tanner. So wear loose clothing, wear something. I like to wear like a sundress that day that allows my tan to just develop and not be disturbed. Okay, so that is what I do first thing in the morning. Around 8, 9 o'clock on a Friday, we don't have to work that day, so it's a kind of a lazier morning. So I will do that, and then at least wait 4 hours or longer, 4 to 6 hours later. Usually we'll go to the gym when I get back from the gym midday. Then I will shower off, but this time all that I do is I take a body wash that's not too moisturizing. This is the Suave Almond Verbena body wash, and I will just take that on my hands. Don't use your bath puff or anything like that. Just use your hands, soap up your body, and you want to rinse off your lotion, the sunless tanner, all that. Get off gently dry, and then go directly on with another layer of sunless tanner. And then I leave that on for the rest of the day. Don't worry about it, you know, and then the next morning when I shower, I am fully tanned like I tanned 2 days in a row. So one of my friends was saying, well, what good does this process do? Well, what it does is it gives you your full level of tanning in one day rather than having to go 2 days or 3 days in a row. The reason why I don't like to do it 2 or 3 days in a row is because I feel like I have to wear different clothing when I'm tanning. This one's not too bad as far as being sticky, but I just still feel like I've got tanner on. So, you know, I'm conscious all day long about how I carry my purse and different things, and I just don't want to be bothered more than one day doing that. And then also, you know, when I've done tan like 2 days in a row, by the third day, which is when I should be my tannest, I'm usually having to shave again, and so I feel like I'm taking off all that hard work I just did. So if you do this process, it allows you to do it 2 times in one day. Now, you could, in theory, try it a third time. So you could wait another 6 hours and rinse off and apply tan again. I've never done that. You could try it if you want to be even tanner, even more tan. But this is the process that has worked well for me. I have not tried this with any other sunless tanners other than the Vita Liberata. I think that's how you say that. That was kind of what gave me the idea to try applying this multiple times throughout the day. The Vita Liberata, that is pretty pricey sunless tanner. I've heard great things. I tried it. I only had the light color. It didn't last 3 weeks or 2 weeks, whatever it says it's supposed to last. But you know, it has that process where you can leave it on up to 8 hours, apply it up to 3 times in one day to get your darkest tan. I decided after trying that to try it with this sunless tanner, and it works. So the first layer that you put on, even though you've rinsed it off, it's like it's still working. And then when you put on that second layer, it's like doing double time. So you're working on a dual tan. So anyway, I hope that you found these tips and tricks helpful. Again, these are my favorite products. If you have any favorite products, if you already have a favorite sunless tanner, you may try applying it multiple times in one day. See if it works. If you have any questions about the products that I shared, please list those in the comment section below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.